do the stay-at-home book tag. And the first question is laying in bed, a book that you could or have read in a day. And the most recent book I did this with, I think, was A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. It's like 200 pages and it has pictures, illustrations throughout it. So it was a very quick read, and it's about a boy and his mother has cancer. Get help from a kind monster. And it's a very moving story. I cried. And it's definitely a book that you can read in a day. It goes by very quickly because of the illustrations and stuff. The second question is snacking, a guilty pleasure book. And for that I want to say Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead, the whole series. I read these in high school and they are about vampires and they go to a vampire academy, and one of them is like vampire royalty, so our main character is her like bodyguard kind of person. Then it's about, well, there's a love triangle and it's quite, I don't know how to put it, but yeah, I guess you could classify it as a guilty pleasure book. I haven't read it in a few years, but yeah. Then we have Netflix, a series that you want to start. And for that, I'm saying Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. This is one of my mom's favorite series, books. And I want to know what all the hype is about. I want to be able to watch the show. But it's a really long series and all the books are like bricks. So it's a big commitment, but someday I really, really want to read them. But maybe not this year, though. Then we have Deep Clean, a book that's been on your TBR for ages. And I've started this series, and I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe when I was a child, and now I'm on my way to finish the whole series, and I am reading them in publication order, which I know you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to read them in chronological order, and then The Magician's Nephew would be the first book, but since I'm reading them in publication order, this is one of the last books in the series for me. And I have been meaning to read this book and the whole rest of the Narnia series since I was in like middle school, so this has been on my TBR for years and years. Then we have Animal Crossing, which I really want to buy. Probably this summer. I'm so excited to play it. A book you recently bought because of the hype. And I didn't buy this myself, but I did ask for it for Christmas. So, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This was so hyped at the end of last year. And I read it and gave it 4 stars, I think. And this is not really my genre because it's kind of, it has a dark tone and disappearing and drugs and murder and all that stuff. And I usually don't read that dark stuff, but I wanted it because of the hype and also because of the author Leigh Bardugo, which I love her Shadow and Bone trilogy and Six of Crows duology, so I got this because of the hype. Then we have Productivity, a book that had an impact on you. And I'm going with the obvious answer here, because if I answered anything else, it wouldn't be the truth, you know? So, Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. And this is the Swedish edition. And the old Swedish edition, there's a new one, but do I have to say anything? My mom started reading them to me when I was 6 years old, and I've loved them ever since. And I have so much nostalgia for this book, and it's impacted me in that I feel like I'm a part of something. Like, I'm a Harry Potter fan, and I participate in these readathons every year. The Owl's Magical Readathon and the Newts that Book Rose hosts every year. And I play the game Wizards Unite. We read the books sometimes, and I watch the movies a lot, and it's just my everything. And it's my favorite books of all time. And I'm in English class. I'm actually doing my last assignment about Harry Potter. It's a creative speaking assignment, so we can choose whatever we want to talk about, and I chose Harry Potter. So it's my favorite thing, and I feel like because I read it when I was so young, it really impacted me in like how I value friendship and love and being kind and helpful to others and stuff. So yeah. Then we have Facetime, a book you were gifted. This was gifted by the same person who gave me Night House, which is my grandpa on my father's side. And it's Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. It doesn't match the other books in the series, but whatever. Because it's larger and doesn't have the stars on the side, but I get to read it anyways. So the Nevernight Chronicles is about Mia Corvair, and her father was hanged because he tried to overthrow the king, and then the king put her mother and her little brother on this prison island where they died. And so Mia wants to get revenge on the three people in power who hanged her father. And she does this by going to the Red Church and training there to become an assassin. And there you learn a lot of different skills like poison making, fighting, and pickpocketing, and like seduction. Yeah, a lot of different stuff. And I love this series. I'm very excited to read this final book and see where it goes. And then we have self-care. What is one thing you have done recently to look after yourself? And what I really love doing this past 2 weeks, I think, is I've started watching Studio Ghibli films, which are anime films. And I had only watched Spirited Away, but that was a long time ago, so I wanted to rewatch that and watch a lot of others. So far I've rewatched Spirited Away. I have also watched My Neighbor Totoro, and most recently I watched Kiki's Delivery Service. And of the three, I like Kiki's Delivery Service most, and then My Neighbor Totoro, and then Spirited Away. But I'm excited to watch more of them. I think I'm gonna watch Ponyo tonight, and I'm really excited. I love the stories that they put out, and the animation style is very, very beautiful. And they're so heartwarming because it's all about kids and it's so cute. But yeah. And then we have a bonus question. Name a book that's coming out soon. Well, my first instinct was to mention my most anticipated book of the year, but that comes out the 1st of December, so it's not really soon, but it is this year. And that is A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir, which is the last book in the An Ember in the Ashes series. And it's about Laya, who is a part of a oppressed people, and the government is killing them off, and her brother was imprisoned because he was a spy, and she wants to rescue him, but in order to do that, she needs to become a slave, basically, for the commander of the military school, Blackcliff. And there she meets a guy named Elias, who is one of the masked, they are called, which are the most skilled military students there. But Elias doesn't want to be a part of the military anymore. He wants to escape, and Elias and Laya help each other escape, I guess. And there's a romance looming between them. Oh my god. Yeah, I love this series so much, and it's my second favorite series after Harry Potter. Nothing can really be on the same level in my heart as Harry Potter, but this is the second one. And also I want to mention something that comes out a bit sooner. On the 9th of July, we have Loveless by Alice Oseman, and I really love Alice Oseman's Heartstopper comics series, a graphic novel series. Yeah, it's a webcomic also. And Radio Silence. Those I gave 5 stars. All 3 of the volumes of Heartstopper and Radio Silence. But I also read I Was Born for This and Solitaire, and those I only gave 4 stars. But it's still a good rating, but yeah. And I'm really excited about Loveless because it's about an asexual main character. And I love Alice Oseman's characters and writing, so I'm really excited about that one. So those were 2 upcoming books that I'm really excited about. So yeah, that was the stay-at-home book tag, and I hope you're doing okay in these upsetting times. I'm gonna try to hold them up, the ones that I owned. There we go. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and comment down below your answers to these questions if you want. And bye bye. And also, I always have in my description, my social media, so my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Goodreads if you wanna follow me on there. Okay, bye.